came their life and how they practice. From different place. And when I see them, I always feel very happy. And first when I came here, still I can see you are away from your country, so you are spending time, you are dedicating life to practice Buddhist teaching. So today I'm going to discuss with you one kind of wonderful topic. It's really important. Meditation practice, and that meditation practice really can help you to change your life, and also can help you to bring happiness. Like when we do all these things, first we are doing all these things for happiness. When you go to school, we do a job, and when you get married, and when you get children, you want to have happiness. You want to get happiness. So, like when you come to the Buddhist perspective, training our mind, practicing meditation, learning Dhamma, also we're doing all these things to get happiness. Right? Like enlightenment, Nibbana, we call ultimate happiness. Right? So we are practicing our part for that ultimate happiness. So, on the way to ultimate happiness, when you go through it, you practice, so you are getting happiness. Right? On the way to ultimate happiness, you are not torturing yourself. Right? Normally, like when you look at the Buddhist teaching, some people they used to comment like, our Buddhist teaching always talking about suffering, right? And some people they used to comment like, Buddhism has the pain of suffering because they are always talking about suffering. Right? But honestly to say, like, when you practice Buddhist teaching, it helps you to get ultimate happiness, and all the way to ultimate happiness also you are learning how to make yourself happy. Right? And then today I'm going to talk about the mudita. Mudita means how to rejoice other happiness. Meaning of mudita means you are rejoicing other happiness. It means you are keeping distance from jealousy. Jealousy always makes you unhappy. Jealousy can lead to a lot of chaos. It can, in your work and outside, even inside your family. All fighting and quarreling, so many things can happen because of jealousy. And also, like when you look at this teaching, they're talking about the four Brahmavihāri. Four Brahmavihāri mean like there are four kind of qualities. Like when you talk about Deva, and then above the Deva. There's one kind of being we call Brahma. When you want to go to Brahma, right, practice meditation, and you can go to deep consideration, and then after that you can go to very deep concentration jhana, and at that time you can go into Brahma. And then these Brahma, they have four special qualities. Right? We call these four qualities, we call Brahmavihāri. Then first one is metta. I think you already know it. Metta means like you are keeping away from, you are keeping distance from anger. Like what kind of qualities you need to develop and to keep away from anger. So the quality, the loving kindness quality we call metta. And the karma means compassion. The Brahma also they have compassion. And the third one, we call mudita. It means like where they don't have jealousy, and they always rejoice whenever they see other happiness, they rejoice them. And the peka, equanimity. It means like no matter what happens, they don't shake their mind. So it means like whatever thing happens, like to them or outside, they learn. They not get distracted their mind. because of all these things. We call it and we call it Buddhavihāri. So when these four qualities are even the Brahmanic practice, for those who go very high, those who develop their mind very deeply, and then they also go in the Brahmanic, they also have these qualities. And as a human, you also learn to practice that four qualities. So you are doing meditation, you are also learning to practice the loving kindness. And that loving kindness you will also have. And not only the karuna, mudita, also same. And also when you look at as a human quality, like when someone have metta, when they have loving kindness, they can keep distance from anger. And then to help you keep distance from anger. So when someone keep distance from anger, you can live happy. Like you always disturb our mind. So we feel all the time uncomfortable. If you can keep distance from anger, you can live happy. At the same time, for mudita. Mudita also, when you look at the mudita, quality of mudita. A lot of people, they suffer from jealousy. Like when you ask yourself, when you look at yourself, you can see that all of us, we suffer from jealousy. Right? Sometimes, very rare, you can find some people, they are not jealous. But it's very hard. So then, naturally, this phenomenon arises in our mind. And also when the jealousness arises inside our mind, we feel really uncomfortable. Sometimes some people, when they feel jealous, many days they cannot eat, they cannot sleep, and they used to fight, quarrel. Sometimes they are trying to take away their life because of jealousy, right? And also, like when you look at a lot of chaos in the world, from war and all these things, also can happen because of jealousy. Like someone, as an example, when a country started developing, then the other country they don't like it. Then they feel jealous. I remember one time when Indonesian president he talked, he did one talk. He said one very first time they tried to export the raw material of the iron raw material, right? And then later they decide to make steel in their country. Then the time the other country they were not happy, right? Because they feel jealous. Why? When they start to make steel, then other countries, those who get the raw material earlier, they cannot do their business. They feel jealous, right? And I remember that the president is mentioning, he was explaining the talk. He said, then they started to do some chaos, some problem for our country. So you can see like jealousy is something like not only in our daily life, like the country and everywhere. We have some experience. And then the war and all these things happen. Right? Then also, like when you look at the karma perspective, and you have this, then you have not bad thing, right? So that when the mind feel uncomfortable, the mind because of jealousyness, that time you cannot create wholesome thought. And then at that moment, when you have jealousy, then you are creating a lot of unwholesome thought. You call akusala, right? Then all the akusala thought, unwholesome thought can create unwholesome result. Like according to this teaching, all unwholesome thought create unwholesome result. Like Buddha mentioned in Dhamma, he mentioned like, I have never seen any unwholesome thought can create wholesome result. So, like, when this uncomfortable feeling arises inside our mind, all the time we crave. As long as you don't know, as long as that feeling inside your mind, it creates unmerciful thought continuously. Right? And no longer it continues inside your mind. Let's say, as an example, when you feel jealous, you cannot overcome within a day, within a month. So there are a lot of jealousy arises inside your mind. Right? And whenever you remind that thought, a lot of jealousy arises. Then it creates a lot of unmerciful thought. And the dangerous part, when you have that unwholesome thought, you're creating the unwholesome result in the future. Not only one life, right? It can create or it can do bad result many times. Also, when you look at the other perspective, like the jealousness causes to create another jealousness. I mean, like when you have this, then when you feel jealous, that influence, then it influences our mind. So when you start to work jealousness, because of any reason, then jealousness influence our mind to again and again, and so that again and again jealousness can happen. And also what happens, it can take away our happiness. It can bring away our happiness. And also, like when your mind features, the natural might feel angry. You know, these two always come together. Then, because of that, we have to recognize this phenomenon is harmful to our life. Right? As long as if you think, if I feel jealous, feeling jealousness is okay. It's okay to feel jealous. Then if you have that kind of idea, that kind of concept, then that time it's very hard to overcome jealousness. You know, like in this teaching, when you talk about right view, always we have to recognize our mind, like to understand what are the good thought and what are the bad thought. As long as you have a concept, if you have an idea, any bad thoughts are correct, then it's hard to overcome that bad thought. That's why your mind is always telling you, my idea is correct, this jealousness is correct, this anger is correct, it's okay to have anger. Then it's hard to overcome that thought. At least if you can understand, even though you cannot overcome jealousness, at least if you know, if you have an idea, this jealousness is harmful to my mind. This jealousness can damage my mind. And jealousness always creates unwholesome thought. And then this unwholesome thought can create unwholesome result. If you have this belief, we call the knowledge about karma, right? It's very important. When you have that understanding, that kind of understanding encourage our mind to work on it, to overcome the jealousness. Right? So the very first part, you always need to understand, like this. Always need to remind what are the what kind of bad results jealousness can create. What kind of how harmful to our mind. And when you start to see like a lot of disadvantage of jealousness, then you feel urge that you want to overcome that jealousness. As long as we like, so when you want like let's say if someone will practice mudita, then we need to encourage our mind to see more and more the bad side of jealousness. Then at the time naturally the mind wants to distance from the jealousness. Then after that, the next question is like how to do mudita. Right? So the mudita means like the opposite feeling of jealousness. Like, like in Buddhist teaching, when you develop our mind, like if there is any bad thought, like in your constant thought, you are trying to create the opposite side of that unwholesome. Like say, if you as example, if you have anger, you're trying to do like things. Right? So when you start to do metta, then naturally the anger starts to decline. It is something like have you ever seen the ancient time the balance? They have two plates, right? And then when you put something in one side, right side, then the left side go up. The balance. Then in the same way, when you look at our mind, when there's if you have any bad thought, like as example, like anger or jealousy or whatever thing, then if you when a lot of thought start to arise inside our mind related to that bad thought, then that part becomes heavy. So what we do, instead of that, we are trying to create wholesome thought. As example, like when you start to develop like kindness, then naturally the anger start to decline. In the same way, like when you start to develop continuously in our mind, it will help you to overcome the resistance gradually. Right? Then, how do we need to do this model? The first thing is you need to learn to rejoice at the happiness. Like normally when you talk about meditation, you close our eyes, and then we start to contemplate kind of idea. Like as example, when you do meditation, you close your eyes and keep your leg crossed, crossing, and then after that you start to mind like we are all being here and happy, right? That's how you do metta. So in the same way, like when you do mudita also, there's a way of doing mudita meditation. At the same time, we have to learn to rejoice on the happiness. It means like how we need to learn to rejoice on the happiness. When you look at our mind, why we feel jealous? Because when we compare, our mind always used to compare with different things. So, like as example, if you remind any incident like which you make, you should feel jealous. At that time, you used to compare. Like as example, like compare with yourself. When someone has something good, that's the moment you feel jealous. The same way you never feel jealous with a baker, right? When you compare with poor and yourself, as example, like you compare with something. If you have more, if you have a valuable thing compared to the person, like it can be education, money, or whatever. If you are compared with that person, if you are already in a good place, you don't feel jealous. Maybe you feel proud, right? But every time when you compare with something, whenever you compare about anything, then if you feel the person has something better than you, that's the moment you feel jealous. Right? So then how to overcome this? Then for that we need to have knowledge of karma. Now, like as example, like now we can see there are some people they are rich, compared with ourselves. They have proper education compared with us. Maybe they get better love, they get love and caring compared with us. Then we need to remind why they get that. As like when you look at Buddhist teaching, it explains, right? Those who practice the dharma, those who used to do donation in their past, naturally they get so many things. That's their karma. Even I feel jealous. What can we do? Right? So like when we educate our mind, we educate more and more about karma, that time we feel there's no point feel jealous. Right? So, like as example, like let's say compare to self. If someone have something better, what you need to check, what you need to do is develop the quality which can help you to get that thing. This is the only way. You know? If not, like you feel jealous, maybe you feel not happy, you feel uncomfortable. But sometimes it's not easy to do that. As an example, like if you are in the same family, then your brother will get something better than you. Then you feel like both of us we are coming from the same family, right? But why my brother gets better something good compared to myself? Why my sister gets something compared to myself? So that time, naturally, we feel that. So that time, if you can remind yourself, even though both of us come from the same family, but still my brother has done, maybe my brother done good karma compared to myself. That's why he's saying better thing. So in this way, like, if we can encourage, if we can start to see all these things, because like reflect the karma again and again, they have done good karma. Maybe that's the reason they're doing good thing. Or maybe I also have done good karma, but still the karma didn't get the chance right. That's the reason I still am in this condition. So in this way, like whenever you start to compare something, try to put that karma concept there. Then when you start to put that karma concept, then you start to see the cause and effect. So when in that case, gradually you can keep distance from jealousy. Because one, all the time you are trying to put understanding. That whenever the jealousy arises inside your mind, you are trying to put understanding there. So, within a day we can overcome jealousness, of course, It takes time. And then how to practice in day-to-day life. So you can start like this. Like when you drive your car, when you go any place, you can always see there are some people, they have better things compared with you. Right? Normally, as soon as you see them, you don't feel jealous. But still, when you see all these people living happily, then you can make a wish. May they will be able to enjoy their happiness continuously. Whenever you see someone have something better, just remind maybe they have why they get this kind of thing. Because they have done that. Or maybe they probably if someone more beautiful than you can remind yourself. Maybe they have already their sin in their past. That's why they become beautiful. So in this way, like whenever you see anything like anything compared to yourself, they have something better. Just try to remind them of karma. Because of the karma they do. And then gradually you can learn to rejoice their happiness. Rejoice their happiness. Right? Like whenever you see someone they're wearing luxurious house, you can think about now they have done wonderful done. That's why I can see they're enjoying their life. That's why they have a chance to live that beautiful house. Then also you can make a sincere wish. May they be able to live that house happily and peacefully. May they never be able to, may they never lose their happiness. You can make a sincere wish. If you can train your life in this way, no matter where you go, there are so many things you can feel happy, right? Whenever you can see other happiness, if you know how to rejoice that, no matter where you go, you feel happy. Like when someone develops the quality of mudita, is a way to keep away from depression. if someone really developed mudita quality, it really help you to keep distance. You can keep very distant from depression. Why? In the world, there are so many things can make you feel happy. As an example, normally, like when you go to see somewhere very beautiful, right? And if you go to see Three Sisters Mountain, or like if you go to somewhere like Indonesia, like if you go to the Lake Toba, you feel really happy because the environment is so nice, so beautiful. Right? Why? Whenever you go to such kind of place, you feel very calm and happy because you are enjoying that beauty. At the same time, in the world there are so many things. You can see, like when you look at the world, there are so many people. They have all wonderful things. Why they get that wonderful thing? And they become rich and beautiful and all these things. Because the beauty of the karma. As they done wonderful karma in their heart, they get that result. This is the beauty of karma. So if you learn to enjoy the beauty of karma in everywhere, no matter where you go, right? Doesn't matter if you're on the Buddhist community or non-Buddhist community, everywhere you can see the beauty of karma. Everywhere. Right? Because you can see no matter where you go, there are people living happy. They're enjoying their life. Maybe they are not really enjoying meditation and other things, but still when they have material, that material will make them happy. Right? Whenever you see that, you can rejoice. And you don't have to do anything, just rejoice. So when you start rejoice this kind of thing, again and again and again, then gradually, whenever you start to rejoice, it means you are learning about karma. You start to see the cause and effect. And also, whenever you start to see they are happy, they live happy, then it will make, then whenever you see that, it will make you happy. Like, most important thing is living, we spend the life happily. We have a very short time. We don't have 1,000 years to live, right? We have only, we have only 70 or 80 years to live. If we live with that short period because of jealousy or anger, then it means we are wasting our time. Why we spend our time? Why we destroying our valuable time? Because of jealousness. Why we let jealousness to destroy our valuable time? Why we allow jealousness to destroy our time? Because we have very short time to live. Why just whenever we allow jealousness, it means it's destroying our happiness, calmness. So then, whenever you start to live, when you start to see the cause and effect, the calm part, it will help you to. Then, that time you can, whenever you start to see the cause and effect, when you start to see the beauty of calm, then it will help you to live happy. One time I experienced one thing. One time when I was in Indonesia, my parents used to live in Pontianak. So that time, I had a chance to go to one villa. In Indonesia, there are some villa, they make some house very beautiful, right? And they're like a palace. Then I was walking in that villa. Then that time I have seen very beautiful house. Right? Then I was thinking about it, what kind of comment they have done. Then of course I don't know whether they are Buddhist or not. It doesn't matter for me. It doesn't matter to me. Then whenever I see the house and they make very beautiful, that house is really amazing. When I see all these houses, I feel really happy. When I walk around that villa, I really feel happy. Because why? I was enjoying their calm. That's the only thing I did. I did not feel jealous. I really enjoy their calm. When I see their house and how. Then I was thinking like, on, these people, they got more flowers. Then I was thinking, may they be happy in their house. May they enjoy their coming. May they enjoy their coming. And may they never lose that happiness. That's the thought I had. And when I wandering around that villa, I really feel happy. So in this way, like whenever you will start to see the cause and effect, the beauty of the karma, then naturally you will start to feel happy. Right? So what we need to do is just train up yourself. Just learn to rejoice on the karma. Because there's no like at that time when you start to rejoice other karma, it means it will help you to develop bodhidharma. At the same time, it will help you to develop some faith. Because the knowledge about the cause and effect it will always help you to develop faith. When someone wants to develop faith, the knowledge of whenever you have knowledge about karma, it means it will help you to develop your faith. So it means like when time you start to develop bodhidharma, it will always help you to develop saddha. So because of that, you can practice. Within a day, you will not get any result. If you can practice almost every day, then it will help you feel happy. If you really practice 10 years, 20 years, then you will start to experience happiness. And also it will help to keep away, like you can say goodbye to jealousness. And then, not only that, like when someone is in a family, if husband and wife or brothers and sisters, when they don't jealous each other, they can be happy, right? You can see that a lot of chaos happen inside the family because of jealousness. Then if you can learn to keep yourself from jealousness, when the time to start to develop bodhidharma, then you can feel happy. Then each other also you will have very good understanding. Yeah. So you can try this. And when you practice continuously in your life, then you will start to feel very happy. Like you can see in the monk community, this monk community, the different monks come from different places. They have different education. But they live happy in this way. Why they practice more? So sometimes, like I have stayed some monasteries and we are more than 500 monks. So they can live happy and peacefully. They are very less. They don't have chaos inside the monastery. They are not fighting with each other. Why? They develop. When they develop mudita, they can live happy. So, in a family, if you can develop mudita, definitely will help you to be happy. Right? Okay, so do you want to do 5 minutes mudita meditation? Okay. So then, what you need to do is, very, you can simply think about this all the time, right? Like whenever you sit, whenever you can close your eyes, you can think about anyone, anybody. You can think about any being in the world. Right? You can whenever you think anyone, any being, doesn't matter which religion, which belief they have. All this you can remind, right? May they not be separate from the happiness they have again. You can remind this phrase again and again. So you can think about may all the beings they not be separate from the happiness they have again. You can reflect this calm. Reflect this part again and again. You can close your eyes. You can remind this again and again. May they not be separate from the happiness they have attained. May they not be separate from the happiness they have attained. May they not be separate from the happiness they have attained. May they not be separate from the happiness they have attained.
After passing after that, we are going to the offer.
So, and then after lunch, if you have any question, feel free to ask. And if you want to discuss about this meditation, fine. And whatever question, fine with that. So, yeah. And when we want to talk and practicing meditation and learning about human qualities, all this commonly generated today, we all want to be happy, peaceful and content, and find a relaxation of the mind as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, Sampyo, Rajjanto, Sampyo, Gurya, Sadhu, Mate, Bhatantarayo, Sukhinti, Dayo, all Sadhu Mangalam, Rakhan, Sadhu Devata, Sadhu Dhan, Bhavena, Sadhu Dhamma, Bhavena, Sadhu Sankhan, Bhavena, Sada Sukni, Bhavena.
Kita ucapkan terima kasih kepada Bante. Kita akan bersujud 3 kali. Saya akan membacakan asa dan 14 pasabab jawaban Bante. Going to bow 3 times to Bante. I'll chant the asa and then the rest will reply one time to Bante. Asa Buddhavihāri āSΑਕਿHAPUBIKBAMީ